It's October, and just like what I said last month, we'll be studying MS Word. So our topic for this month is everything you need to learn about MS Word in 1 month. But as I was reading that earlier, I realized that it is a very ambitious topic, so I've decided to change that. So let me just make some minor editing in this title page that I have. So let me just paste the right title. So there you go. So what I'm going to teach you for this month will just be the useful stuff you can learn in MS Word, which is enough for 1 month. So to review, the whole purpose of MS Word is to let you type text and make it look nice and good, so you can print it or send it for people to read. Alright? As long as it's readable, it's good. So for the first step of using Microsoft Word is finding how to enter text in a Word file called a document. So this is a document. You have to type in it and to enter text so you can print it and send it to people so they can read it. Alright? That's the whole purpose of MS Word. Alright? Let me just delete that. Okay. Word. Okay. So in every document, Word displays a blinking cursor. A blinking cursor is this thing, the I-beam pointer over here. So the blinking cursor points to where your text will appear if you type anything. So if I point to here and if I click, I can put text there. That's what it means. So to move the cursor, you have to use your keyboard and your mouse. I believe I taught you this in Edu33. So we're just going to review some things. So for this video, we are going to learn these things. We have 11 topics, from navigating with the mouse to switching between views. Right, so let's begin. And so for this example, we will be using this document here. Sorry, this one. So there we go. This document. So it's only 3 pages long. It has 1,194 words, as it says here, and it's a short bond paper. It's letter sized, right? Oh no, it's long. Legal. Well, not really legal. It's 8 by 13 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we're going to use this. So the first topic will be navigating with the mouse. So we have 2 ways of navigating with the mouse. We can use the scroll bar, or we can use a mouse scroll wheel. So when we say we have to use the scroll bar, we have to use this thing over here. This thing with the gray bar and the white piece of shorter bar and the 2 arrows. Right, so these are the up and down arrows of the scroll bar. This is the scroll bar here, the white one, and this gray one, this gray part is called the scroll area. Alright, so to use the scroll bar to navigate with the mouse, you have to click on the up arrow to move up 1 line. Alright, when we say move up 1 line, we move up for every one of these. These are lines. Alright, these are lines. So when we use this one, this up arrow, we move up 1 line at a time. So same logic applies. So if we click on the down arrow, we move downwards 1 line at a time. And for the third way, we use the scroll box. So this is the scroll box, the white one. If I move this, it will move the document depending on how long I move it. So, and it also shows me the page number over here, as you can see. There, that one. Yeah. So it shows me the page number I am in as I scroll. Page 1, page 2, page 3. There we go. So the last one is by using the scroll area. When we say we use the scroll area, we use this gray part over here. Alright? It's the scroll area is where the scroll bar moves over. Alright? It's the thing that the scroll bar slides through. Okay? So if I click on the scroll area, it will actually move the document 1 screen at a time. When we say 1 screen at a time, it means that you won't be able to see this line if I move the scroll area downwards once. You will actually see this part here as the first line. Alright, so let's bring that back. So you won't see the first job of a teacher. You will actually see doesn't have to be as the first line. Let's try it out. And just like that, see, doesn't have to be done. If I click this up, we'll be back to the first screen. Just like that, you have moved the you have navigated the document using the up arrow, the down arrow, the scroll backs, and the scroll area of the scroll bar. Alright? So again, this is the scroll bar, this is the scroll box, this is the scroll area, this is the up arrow, and this is the down arrow. Alright? So the next way is by using the mouse wheel. This is the mouse, it has a wheel. So you will use this. So the first way for you to use this is the normal way. You just click anywhere, then you roll the mouse. Alright? If I roll this, it will move. Right? I'm actually rolling the mouse scroll wheel right now. Right? Now there's the second way. The second way is by clicking anywhere in the document and actually clicking the mouse scroll bar. You can actually click this one. Let me just support it over here and click. As you can see, the cursor changed into this weird two-headed arrow. So all you have to do is you should actually release the mouse buttons, and you just have to move the mouse upwards or downwards, and it will actually move the whole document. Now to make it stop, because I surely did panic when I used this for the first time. If you want to make it stop, you just have to click anywhere in the document to bring the cursor back to normal, to turn it into the regular I-beam pointer, and it will stop and you'll be back to normal. Alright? So that is how you navigate with the mouse. Now the next topic will be about using the go to command. So if you want a specific page number of your document and you're too lazy to scroll up or down, you can use the go to command. So to use the go to command, you just have to go find the go to button to turn it on, right? So you have to go to the home tab, then to the editing group at the far right. Alright? So again, home, editing group, look for find, click on the arrow, then click on go to. But if you're extra lazy, you can just use the keyboard shortcut, which is Control G. Right? Control G for go to. So if you have that, and this is the find and replace pop-up, open at the go to tab. So all you have to do is enter the page number. So I am currently on page 1 of 3. I want to go to page 2. So I just have to click to type 2, then click on go to. And just like that, I am in page 2. Right? If I click here, as you can see, I am in page 2. Right? Page 2 of 3. So just like that, I have moved pages without actually scrolling. Again, Control G, I want to go to page 1 again. And just like that, I am in page 1. Right? So that is how we use the go to command. So now we will try finding and replacing text, right? By using the find command. So to do that, we just have to go to the home tab, go to the editing group, click on find. So the find command helps you search for a single character, a word, or a group of characters. So this article is about education. So if I search for the word education, a lot of results will pop up. Alright? So we actually have 6 results here. So it is also highlighted in the document. Right? Education 6. Or if I click on every one of these, it will take me to the result. Right? That is how you find a specific word in a document. And I think actually Control Find and Go to also works in Excel sheets and PowerPoint, and I think it's a general command in Microsoft Office. So yeah, works like that. And Control F also works in Google. If you search for it and you have a very long web page to scan, you can just click Control F. It also works. And on PDF files too, I believe it works in Adobe Reader and Sumatra Reader too. So it works in a lot of things, Control F. It's a good command. So now we can look for... I've shown you how to look for a word. Now let's look for a letter. Letter A. If you search for letter A, that will bring up 502 results. So those are the 502 A's in this document, all highlighted. Alright, now I think we have... Let's look for a phrase. Alright, so let's look for a phrase. And I want to find the phrase hide my glee. Alright. I did my best to hide my glee, he says. So I'm gonna search for that. So I did my best to hide my glee. Let's see if it comes up. And just like that, see? It actually showed me to where I read it earlier. So there you go. That is how you find a letter, a word, or a group of words in a document by using the find command or control F. Right? So that is how you use the find command. So now the next thing you should learn is to search by headings. So if you want to search by headings, you first have to know what a heading is. So headings are a type of text like this. And you cannot have a heading unless you declare it as a heading. So you can see if something is a heading by highlighting it, and you can see here in styles that it's actually set as a heading. It's actually set as heading 1. Alright? This is a normal text, and this is a heading. So to make a heading, all you have to do is type something. Let me delete this. This is an example of a heading. So let's just say I want to use this first word as a heading or a title. So I'm gonna put this as a heading. Let's just pretend it's a heading. So I'm gonna select it and click on heading. And just like that, as you can see, it followed the format for the other headings, right? So there we go. So now we have to find the headings. So to find the headings, we just have to click on find, then open the navigation pane, then click on headings over here. See, if you click on headings, you can actually see the different headings that I have. And if I click on it, it will send me to, it will move the screen so that the first line will be the heading. Right? So if you look at this, it actually set the first word into a heading already. If I delete this, it will disappear as well over here. Let's say if I delete this and it's gone. So let's say I want to make this a heading again, just to show you how it records headings. Select, set a heading, then just like that it appears over here almost instantly. So that is how you search for headings. Alright, find, then just click on headings. That's how you find headings. Alright, so next we have to browse through pages. So to browse through pages, so we just have to ask Word to display all pages as thumbnail images. Alright, you can browse through these thumbnail images, and when you see the thumbnail image, you can click on it and Word will actually send you to the location of the text or the page in the document itself. Alright, so again, we just have to go to the Home tab, Editing Group, Find, then open the Find pane. Alright, then click on Pages. Just like that, you can see that I actually have pages here. So if I click on it, that's the page I want. Right? I have to excuse me. There we go. So we have 3 pages now. Those are all the pages that I have. Let me just zoom out. As you can see, that's all the pages that I have. I have 3 pages. And it listed the 3 pages for me in the form of thumbnails, which I can click on. If I click on this, it will send me to the second page. If I click on this, it will send me to the third page. Click on this first one, it will send me to the first page. As easy as that. So that is how you can browse through pages easily using the navigation pane by clicking on the Pages tab. Alright? So now, we're actually here. I forgot to highlight this. We actually searched by headings earlier, we browsed through pages, and now we can use the find and replace command. And this, again, is actually a member of the editing group. Right? So to use the find and replace command, we just have to look for a word. Maybe we can use the word teaching for this. Let's see, how many teachings do we have? Just have to look for teaching. We have 4. Oh, right. We have 4 results for teaching, so we can replace that by teaching, just like performing magic. So let's try what word? Encoding. Right? Let's replace teaching with encoding. Alright, so let's just say we want to replace teaching with encoding. So we will go to Home, Editing, Find. Then click on Find. There we go. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me repeat that. Home, Editing, Replace. There we go. So clicking on Replace in the editing group will open the Find and Replace pop-up window. Alright, so here we have the word teaching because we want to replace the word teaching, but before that, let me just delete this. Alright, you just have to type the word that you want to replace. So we want to replace teaching with the word encoding. Alright, so if it all works well, which it will, alright, we will be left with a document that replaces all the words that are equal to teaching into encoding. Alright, so we just have to click on Replace All, and just like that, Microsoft Word says all done. We made 4 replacements. So to check, we just have to find the word. Let's search for the word teaching again. Let's see if the 4 results pop up. And just as you can see, we now have 4 matches for teaching. But if we search for encoding, we'll actually have 4 results because it replaced the 4 results before. Just like that, it says encoding, just like performing magic. So we have the aspect of encoding, and encoding Shakespeare. Right? It's fun. So now let's just replace it again with the right word. So I want to replace all encoding words here, as you can see. I want to replace all encoding words with the word teaching. I'm gonna bring it back to the way it was. Alright, let's just replace it with... yeah, there you go. So find what encoding and replace it with teaching. So I can replace it one by one, or I can replace it all. So I'm gonna replace it all. So I'm sorry, I clicked on type next, or find next, I'm sorry. Yes, right. I want to replace it all. Then we made 4 replacements. Do you want to continue searching from the beginning? Yes. Then we made 4 replacements. So if everything went right, I believe if I search for replacements, if I search for teaching, I will have 4 results, and if I search for encoding again, I will have 0 matches. So let's check that. Teaching, and we have 4 results. Alright, teaching, just like performing magic, the aspect of teaching, and teaching Shakespeare, I think. Where is that? Yeah, there you go. Teaching Shakespeare. We're back to normal. Now let's search for the word encoding. And just like that, we have no matches. So we got it right. So now we have to move on to checking your spelling. So we've all experienced it, I think, to have your name be declared wrong spelling by MS Word. I know I think, let's try typing my name. I think it will still, yeah, it's, so Microsoft Word says my name is written with the wrong spelling, as you can see. So it says my name should be spelled like this, and like this, like this, like this, but never like this. So that's just... anyway, so Microsoft is programmed to correct the spelling of the words in your documents, right? And as you type, Word actually tries to correct your spelling automatically. If you type something that Word doesn't recognize, it underlines it with a red squiggly line, just like this. Because apparently Word has never encountered my name before. Isn't that fun? So just because Word underlines a word doesn't mean that the word is spelled incorrectly. It could be a proper name, just like mine, or a foreign word, such as like that. It's Bicol, right? So it can be a foreign word, or just a word that Word isn't smart enough to recognize. So Word is stupid. But not always stupid, it's just selectively stupid for some words. Alright? It's a program. So to correct the spelling, so I think we can, to correct the spelling, let's say we want to replace education. I want to remove the C, the A. So if I press enter, it will give you the wrong spelling. So if I want to correct this, I just have to press right click, right click on it and click on the right spelling, just like that. Right? So to check your grammar, sometimes Word underlines some wrong grammar phrases with a blue squiggly line. So to check that, you just have to again right click, then check what it wants. So it says it's a double space. So you only need a single space after a comma or a symbol or a mark, right? A punctuation mark. So you can correct it if you already know. Just remove one space, or if you want, you can right click, then select the proper grammar for it, or the proper punctuation for it. Alright, now for the hard part. Let's just say that you're sick of Microsoft Word always telling you that your name or the word you want is spelled incorrectly. You can actually add that to the vocabulary of your computer or your version of MS Word. All you have to do is press on right click, and you can either ignore it if you don't want to see the red squiggly line again, or you can add it to the dictionary so Word will remember that word and it will never tell you that it's a wrong word again. So just click on add to dictionary, and just like that, my name is spelled correctly from now on. Alright, so let's try my last name. I think it's again wrong. See? Add to dictionary. And from now on, if I type my name, it will actually be correct. Just like that. Fun. Alright? So now, where are we at? We finished checking my spelling and checking our grammar. Now we have typing unusual symbols. So, I'm sure we've seen some modules since it's new normal, and we have kids receiving modules for the first time, and we actually see the modules that they get, and sometimes, especially for some subjects where numbers are important, you actually need to encode some special symbols for them, like, mathematical symbols or fractions. And I'm going to show you how to actually type fractions correctly in a document, because as teachers you need to learn how to type these numbers correctly. Alright, so again, let's just say we want to put the equivalent of 3 and 1/4 in a document. You can do it like this, but if you want to put it as in an equation, you can actually write it correctly the way you would write it on paper, with the whole number as a big number, and with a numerator above a bar, which is also above a denominator. Alright, so let me show you how I would do it. So if you want to insert anything in Microsoft Word, you will go to the Insert tab, right? And at the far right, near symbols, you have equation and you have symbol. If you want anything, the special symbols, you can click on symbol, then more symbols. You have your windings there, or there, the icons, scissors, see, arrows. I believe there are also some icons here and smiley faces you can find. See? You can insert clocks and things like that. So you just click on insert, then just like that, the word is there. So that is how you insert symbols. Just like that, see? Now to insert equations, mathematical equations to be more specific. So again, we'll go to insert, the insert tab, in the symbols group, click on equation. So here we have that. Then we just have to click on there. See, we are now in the design tab with the equation tools emphasized. Alright, front and center. So we have to type a fraction. So we click on fraction, and we will be given some templates for our fractions. We have the classic numerator, bar, denominator. And we also have this. So there. So if you click outside it, you can actually put a whole number there, then 1/2. And just like that, you have written a proper fraction in the right way. Alright? That is how you write a proper fraction. You can also put some special mathematical symbols there. You can see we have your scripts. You can put equations, you know. That's how you put them. Then you have your square roots, your radicals. See? Those are possible if you use the equation tools. Alright? So, just to avoid confusion in the future, we can use, and we can actually type proper fractions using that, alright? So you can explore this if you want. So there we have it. So now we are down to, where are we now? Typing unusual symbols, then viewing a document. Right. There we go. So viewing a document, Word can display your document in one of 5 ways. Alright. So these 5 ways can help you better understand the layout, margins, and page breaks in your documents. When we say layout, it means the way our document is displayed over here. So, or rather over there. Right. That screen. So our layout shows the margins, the orientation, the size, and the columns of our page. Alright? The margins are these. Let me show you how you can see the margins. Alright, if I turn on the grid lines, I'm sorry, I turned it off here. If I turn on the grid lines, you'll be able to see the margins better. Because the spaces without grids, the spaces outside the grids are actually the margins. Right? So the margins are these. Currently, the margin of this document is normal. 1 inch at the top, 1 inch at the bottom, 1 inch at the left, and 1 inch at the right. If I narrow this down to 0.5, top, down, left, right, then it will look like this. See? All my document has moved. Or the text in my document has adjusted depending on the margins. And the grid also changed, right? So if I want to bring it back to normal, I just have to choose normal. And just like that, it's back to how it was before. Now, for the size, how do you check the size of your paper? Right, to check it, you just have to go to size, then look. So far, it's legal. If you want a long piece of paper, you have to go to more sizes, then change legal, the height to 13 from 14, alright? So now we have a long piece of paper. Orientation is portrait or landscape. Portrait. It's the regular. How can I show you this? Okay, so for phone, it's like the way you rotate your phone: portrait, landscape, just like that. And so Word can display your document in one of 5 views. So first we have the read mode. So we have this in view in the view tab. So the read mode here helps you read your document better. The read mode displays your pages that require you to slide them horizontally to view adjacent pages. So it would make so the read mode would make your document look like a book with pages, alright? And it will actually break down your pages into smaller booklet pages like that. So that is the read mode. To escape read mode, just click on this, right? And you're back to the regular view. Which is the print layout. That's the normal view of a document. So next we have the print layout, which I clicked earlier to escape the read mode. So the print layout displays page breaks as thick, dark horizontal bars, so you can clearly see where a page ends and begins. So when they say thick, dark horizontal bars, they are talking about these parts, these gaps between pages. Those are the bars that show you where the paper ends. Alright, so next we have the web layout here. Give it a sec. There. So the web layout displays your documents exactly as it would appear if you saved it as a web page. Alright, So when you save something as a web page, you save it as an HTML file, and it would look like this. So if you save it as an HTML file, you can actually open it in Google Chrome, and your document would look like this if you do it. Alright, so let's bring it back to normal, which is the print layout. Then we have the outline view. So clicking on the outline view would make it look like this. So the outline view displays your document as outline headings and subheadings. So we have this, the title, a subtitle, then we have text, then here, as you can see, this is my first heading, the first page, and if I click on this plus, it actually highlights the whole, all the contents that are related or that fall under the first heading. Then these are the second heading. Every bullet means one. So one bullet means one paragraph. Alright. So if I click on this, it shows me the whole heading and its content. Then we have the next heading and its content with its quote, extreme quote under it. Right, this blue one. So that is the outline view. To close the outline view, you just have to click on this this button, then we'll be back to the normal view, or the print view rather. So last we have the draft view. Let's click on that. Draft. There we go. So the draft displays the document without top or bottom page margins. So in short, it displays it as a continuous paper file. Alright. There are no top, there are no bottom margins. It's a continuous document. So the page break will only appear as dotted lines. Right? Page breaks are where the pages get separated when they get printed. So they will only appear as dotted lines. So these, let's look for a dotted line here. I believe there's a dotted line over here somewhere. Over here. See? This dotted line represents a page break. Right? So that means a page will start here and it will end here. Right? The first page will end here and the next page will start here. Right? So that is the draft view. If you're panicking because there's no longer a tab or a command for you to switch back, you just have to click on print layout and you will be back to normal. Right? Now we have switching between views as our last topic. So to do that, we just have to click on these three little buttons at the bottom pane. So we have the read mode, right? Just like that, the read mode. Then we have the print layout, your regular layout, the default layout. And lastly, we have the web layout, which I have explained earlier. So just like that, you can change your views easily without going to the View tab. So that's all there is to it. This is the end of the first video for the third session, which is the first topic for MS Word. Alright, I hope you learned something. Thanks.